Hi, how you going?
Yeah, well, thanks. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. We've had a really great response. We were really touched by your application. Sounds like you guys have been through a pretty tough time, and we just wanted to. We're just kind of interested in how people think that they might use the Noodle Cart. What's going on at your school, and how have you guys been going in coronavirus?
It's been complicated. So we're an early childhood service as well, and our kindergarten component has been here the entire time. But yes, it's been a really difficult year. 2020 has been just bizarre. So we were impacted on a little bit by the bushfires, not a lot. We had a smaller bushfire take out a number of our families' paddocks at the beginning of the year.
Right,
And
right,
then,
as well. Okay.
and then in February, we had a windstorm damage our community. So there was something like almost $100,000 worth of damages within our community, which is, and it's not a big place, so it was huge. So we lost our cubby house, our shade sail, 4 of our established trees, but we also had a plane crash in our community. The kindergarten children actually saw the plane flying over and were excited. And then a couple of hours later, we realised what had happened. It was horrific, absolutely horrific. Yeah, so it's been a really tough year for this little community.
I mean, it's sort of crazy. So we kind of set this thing up, selling sunflower seeds, because essentially we were just like, well, because a lot of schools buy them as well.
Absolutely.
We were just like, well, we want to do something that helps. You know, what's a small way? Because a lot of people have been affected by unemployment and other things. So the good news is we've now raised enough money to donate one cart.
Yep.
So we're at that point now. What was it that kind of made you apply, and how would you be using the cart in your centre?
Absolutely. So we are quite committed to using loose parts across the board. It's something that we're really passionate about, and we embed in our everyday. So if you were to yeah, absolutely. If you were to go out into our room, you'd find probably 50% of the things we have out at the moment are loose parts. And we ordinarily source things from places like Resource Rescue and things like that. But obviously this year that hasn't happened.
I hadn't thought of that. So all those places where normally you would get that recycled stuff, they're not even open at the moment.
No, nothing is open.
Okay,
And
that had not even crossed my mind. Okay.
So we're right on the Mitchellshire border. So we're on the Strathbogie side, and Mitchellshire was part of the bubble. You know, we've got 45% of our children coming from the Mitchellshire. And so we've had all of these reactions from families about whether they're allowed to attend or not.
Oh, no. So has that actually affected your finances as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we have waived all fees this year. I didn't mean to turn this into a sob story. Like, we are a very resilient.
Your application spoke to us, you know, we kind of realised that people only had 100 words to fill in, which isn't very much.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'll take a step back and talk about what we do with the cart, if that's all right.
Yes, yes.
So yes, very passionate about loose parts. And we've started working with our local primary schools to introduce programs there as well, which has been fabulous. And we're part of a little cluster network. So I've actually got the teacher from Violet Town, which is a good 40 minutes away, here today to look at how we use loose parts. And what I'd like to do is essentially create something where we can bring in other educators from the school sector, from kindergartens, so they can have a look at how we use loose parts with our children, so they can start embedding it in their program. I think the other part is we've just taken on after school care, which is fantastic, and we started at the beginning of the year. But we are not as well resourced for school-age children as we could be. We've been a standalone kindergarten since the 80s. And so introducing a noodle cart with some bigger loose parts would be fantastic for our children too. Some, you know, larger manipulatives.
So look, Emma, I've told you a complete lie, and you've got the cart.
Oh my goodness!
So I just wanted to just hear a bit more of your story, but we actually decided a little while ago that your story about and the stuff you've been through and your location and all of that stuff, we just thought that you were a really eligible candidate, and we really appreciated your application. And I feel quite a bit emotional. It's exciting. And so 1,300 households in Melbourne have purchased sunflower seeds, and 1,000 of those people, the seeds that they've purchased have gone towards supplying you with a completely free noodle cart that you can use with your kids. And really exciting, what I'd love to hear about your story is, you know, that you're working with these other primary schools as well, so you know they'll be able to try it out. So that's really exciting for me, and I could not be happier.
I actually don't know what to say. Thank you.
Well,
Wow.
say, how on earth are we going to get it to you? We hope, I mean, I don't know when the borders are opening up. If they open up, you know, on Sunday, then maybe next week we might even be able to bring it. So let the staff know. Please share the videos and
oh, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. And if you can get other people buying sunflowers, we've only got to get about another 600 to 700 packets sold.
Yep.
And then we can go and do this to someone else. So
no, absolutely.
You can let your little community know, and
absolutely.
if they can on this and we can pay it forward, that would be amazing.
Yep. So, oh, fantastic!
Yeah, no, it's really exciting, and even in this difficult year, I'm just so excited to be keeping core to our roots and doing this stuff. So, congratulations!
Thank you! Oh my goodness, how incredible! Oh, thank you very, very much. Thank you. Bye.